the forward in any lesson, Prabhupada has two books are taken from Srimad Bhagavatam and compiled. There are many books, but two important books are taken from Srimad Bhagavatam, compiled Prabhupada as separate books by themselves. Okay, and we have seen the teaching of Lord Chaitanya from Chaitanya Charitamrita has taken. Same with Srimad Bhagavatam, two important books. One is this book, like Teachings of Lord Kapila Deva to Mother Devahuti. And does anybody guess other book or Prabhupada wrote separate book from Srimad Bhagavatam on the call? Kunti prayers, yes, Maharani Kunti prayers. That is first canto, I think seventh or eighth chapter. I don't remember chapter number. So Kunti prayers. So these two books are very famous, and we learn a lot from these two books. Mother Kunti prayers, how Mukunti Maharani was asking, give me more and more troubles to Lord Sri Krishna. Right? Vipadatantu satatva tatra tatra jagadguru apno bhavanam darshar apnar bhavadarshanam. Give me all the troubles one more time as long as you stay with us. So here in this chapter, this is Kapila. These are the third, as Ramesh explained, third canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. Who is Kapila Muni? Kapila Muni is the son of Mother Devahuti and Kardama Muni. And Mother Devahuti is a daughter of Swayambhuva Manu. Okay. And this Lord, I can go as much, but I just want to shorten here. So I just read what Prabhupada said here. So this Kapila Muni is started, if you look at here, the philosophical system known as Sankhya, which forms an important part of India's ancient philosophical heritage. Sankhya is both a systematic system of metaphysics dealing with the elements of principles of universe and also spiritual knowledge. So if you take, we can analogy in Srimad Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna gives first 1 to 6 chapters, talks about atomic cell and who are we with the Supreme Lord. Brahma and Param Brahman, these two aspects talks up to 6 chapters. It's talks about that. And 7 to 12, he gives Bhakti Yoga about Supreme Lord himself. 13 to 18, Krishna talks about the matter and consciousness to the material nature. Matter and consciousness, how they interact, how that can be used to apply Bhakti to understand chapter 7 to 12. Okay. Same way here, the Sankhya philosophy is systematic study of the matter, the creation, okay, how creation has been manifested with the Supreme Lord. And by studying this analogy slowly, we come how this universe has been manifested, slowly come to who is the manifester, who is the person, etc., etc. And studying the Sankhya, we come to this slowly to the devotional platform. That is the intent, because some people, they can, if you cannot take direct bhakti, we need to explain, okay, this world is there, this happens because of this one interaction, blah, blah, blah. Then come slowly because happening because of the one person who is the Supreme Lord. And some people take direct bhakti as Supreme Lord is there, everything happening. So there are two ways of approaching, Aroha Pantha, Avaroha Pantha. Okay, here, so that's what we are talking about here. Kapila's teachings are originally inscribed in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavat Purana, one of the most important scriptures of the Vedic system. We all know that Srimad Bhagavatam is Amala Purana. And by regular attendance in Srimad Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Bhagavati Uttama Shloke, Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. By reading Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, which is Srimad Bhagavat Purana, most important scripture of the Vedic theism. Okay. When Srimad Bhagavatam, Kamila's teaching comprises chapters 25 through 33. This is the third canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. And this is the basically how from this chapter onwards, Mother Devahuti, what happens is that the Kardama Muni and Devahuti, and they have a child and they meditate. Kardama Muni is a great yogi, we all know that. And because of their prayers, Lord reciprocates that Kapila Muni, Supreme Lord himself, comes as a child for Kardama Muni and Devahuti, Mother Devahuti. Okay. And when Kapila Dev grows, Then Kardama Muni is a Muni. He wanted to, it's like a Vanaprastha stage. He wanted to give the responsibility of Mother Devahuti to his son, Kardama Muni, and he goes to forest. Okay, and also he creates everything. Karamuni, if you read the chapter 24, he creates everything for Mother Devahuti, like a palaces, everything, jewels, everything is created. But Mother Devahuti was not happy with whatever she was getting from her husband. And then she goes, because when she was under the protection of her son, then she's asking, my dear son, and she knows that her son is a supreme lord because she was told before. So he asked, my dear son, I know you're the supreme personality of Godhead. What is the reason for my unhappiness in this material world? What is the reason for my unhappiness? What should I do? Okay. Then Kapila Muni gives all instructions about the Supreme Lord. If you look at here, some of them, and I just want to go back here. This is a Samba again. This Bhagavat was spoken several times. Maitreya explained to with Mahatma Vidur. When Kardama Muni left for the forest, Lord Kapila stayed on the strand, the Bindu Sarovara, to please her mother Devahuti. That's how it happens. When Kapila, who could show her ultimate goal of the absolute truth, was sitting leisurely before her, Devahuti remembered the words Brahma had spoken to her, and she therefore began to question Kapila Muni as follows. This word, Kapila of instructions here, Prabhupada compiled, is a whole thing is coming from because of these questions posed by Mother Devahuti to his son Kapila Muni. Devahuti said, look at this. I am very sick of the disturbance caused by material senses. But because of this sense disturbance, my Lord, I have fallen into the abyss of ignorance. Abyss means the lowest bottom part of the ignorance. When Kardamuni left the forest, he created a big mansions, palaces for Mother Devata to live without any problem. But look at her; these material things doesn't solve our spiritual problems. And she fallen into is asking her son, what is why I'm very sick of disturbance called the material senses. When you have too many things surrounding us and we try to enjoy with our senses, and after some time we get frustrated with that. That happened to her. She's asking, what is the reason for my unhappiness? Your Lordship, your only means of getting of this darkest region of ignorance, because you are my transcendental life, which by your mercy only I have attained after many births. So this is the basic question where Devata is asking to Kapila Muni. And going back here Prabhupada writes how these chapters have been taken, and Prabhupada wrote in 1974, okay? And the series of books, these are taken from the Srimad Bhagavatam, and he started, he put this as a separate book as Kapila Devi instructions, okay? And this also, we know that these words are spoken, Bhagavatam was spoken by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. And also in Naimisharanya, the Suta Goswami came after hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam from Sukadeva Goswami. He came and delivered same message to Naimisharanya, 60,000 sages waiting for them. So, and also Vidura, the Mahatma Vidura was explained by our great Acharya, right? I forgot his name, okay? Maitreya Muni. So several times, these occasions, this Bhagavatam was spoken. And Sutta Goswami also explained to the Shaunakada rishis, okay? So according to Vedic social system, a man with grown son may accept order of sannyasa. That's what Kardama Muni did. He grown up because he had a son called Kardama Muni. He left for the, took sannyas. Thus, renouncing all connection with his family, worldly life. Even we are recommended after 50, 60, whatever, we have to maintain the life of what you call, not sannyasa, but the vanaprastha life. Okay. And here, if you look at here, the Vedic system emphasizes importance. He too eventually accepted sannyasa, entrusting his wife Devahuti to the care of his divine son, Kapila Deva. Therefore, as Sutta Goswami begins to answer Saunaka's request to hear further about Lord Kapila Deva, the sages have already been informed how Kardama Muni departed for the forest and Kapila Deva behind with Devahuti. So Devahuti was in the care of Kapila Deva. Okay. After Kardama Muni's departure, Devahuti remembered the prophetic words of Lord Brahma, and I already explained to you all this. Yeah? So then she was questioning what is the reason for the suffering in this material world. Okay, and the crux of whole this book is one reason for the suffering the material world. That is, anybody has an answer for that? Only one word. Kapila Muni gives one word. Because of
Ignorance.
attachment.
Ignorance.
Bandhan. Because of
Barrier.
attachment. That's a one word whole book emphasizes because of the attachment. Why we come back again and again? Because of attachments. Okay. And at the time of death, if you leave all our attachments and you don't have an iota of attachment for anything, then you will not come back again. Because of our desires, because of attachment, we come back. Bandhan hai. He says that the root cause for suffering in this world is attachment, bandhan. If that attachments are, Prabhupada rates knots, different knots, all the knots are cut, we won't come back to this material world. So that's what I. So please, so he pleased by his mother's desire for spiritual enlightenment. He feel great compassion for her. Look at that, because Kapila Muni is a Supreme Lord himself, and feeling compassion for his mother. Okay, for her, Kapila began to speak the Sankhya philosophy. He explained what is Sankhya. As explained already, dealing with the elemental categories of principles of physical universe, then arriving at the devotional service to the Supreme Lord. It is interesting to know that at this point, after Lord Kapila's descent, an imitation of Kapila appeared. There is a world. There is also different Kapila in our. We have the Kapila Deva is not. There's different Kapila is also there. So, but we just want to make sure this what we are studying is the Kapila Deva from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, teachings of Lord Kapila, the son of Devahuti, along with Sri Prabhupada's complementary Kapila Sankhya, his addition Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the first major exposition in the English language of the original theistic Sankhya. This is what Prabhupada write first time on the Sankhya philosophy. It should be therefore be considerable in interest to the scholars in this field. Okay, so this is basically this book is written by Sri Jayendra Prabhupada, taking the snippets of the shlokas from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So the first, we'll go to the first chapter here, explains like this is again the first chapter 25, first shloka. Prabhupada took this is the same first shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, and he put in this book. Shaunaka uvacha kapilastatva sankhyaata bhagavan atma mayaya jata swayam aja sakshat atma prajna patayendranam. See, Shaunaka said, okay, this means this is happening in the Naibisharanya. Although he is unborn, who is unborn? Krishna is unborn. Ajaha called. The Supreme Personality of Godhead took birth as Kapila Muni by his internal potency, Atma Maya. Krishna takes birth by his internal, because of his internal potency. Atma Maya, his own will, he will take birth. And he can choose his parents whom he wants to take birth to. Okay? He doesn't have any karmic reaction. He can take wherever birth he wants. He descended to disseminate transcendental knowledge for the benefit of the whole human race. That's what Supreme Lord comes in different incarnations, different times, different purposes, different occasions. He comes and gives the what is real Dharma is. So here, Prabhupada explains the word Atma Prajnayate indicates that the Lord descends for the benefit of the human race to give transcendental knowledge. Right? The Supreme Lord. Varita Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashasha Dushkrutam. He comes here to save the devotees. And also he comes to establish the Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanirvavati. Wherever there's a decline in religious principles, and he'll come. Material necessities are quite sufficiently provided in the knowledge given in the Vedic literatures, okay, which offer a program for good living, gradual elevation to the principal Sattva Guna mode of goodness. So if you look at the Varnasrama system into consideration, Varnasrama system is made in it's called socio-religious structure, framework made to elevate, gradual elevation to the bhakti. That's the meaning of Varnasrama system. 4 Varnas, 4 Ashramas are there. So Vedas are intended to elevate from the mode of ignorance to the mode of goodness. Because Vedas again consists three types of knowledge: karma kanda, jnana kanda, upasana kanda, right? And the way that when you study systematic study of the Vedas, then they bring from a mode of passion to mode of ignorance to mode of goodness, pure goodness. When one is situated in the mode of goodness, is able to understand the knowledge of the self or transcendental knowledge. So anyone want to understand the spiritual knowledge, we need to be in the mode of a goodness, right? Mode of goodness is the launching pad for any devotional activities to understand who you are. Such knowledge cannot be appreciated by any ordinary man. Therefore, a disciplined succession is required. Anything you want to do, any service to the Supreme Lord, there's standards. There is a code of conduct. And that we don't know, that comes through the a disciplic succession, Guru Parampara system. A GPS. GPS stands for Guru Parampara system. GPS, like shows the route where to go. That is how it comes. This knowledge is expounded either by Supreme Lord or bona fide devotees. This knowledge of devotional service should be explained by the Supreme Lord himself, or his pure devotees would come to this material. For example, in our case, we are so much indebted to Sri Prabhupada. He showed us everything, how devotional service, how he literally made all animals into human beings, where we are in the animal consciousness. Okay, and Shaunaka Muni also states here that Kapila, the incarnation of Supreme Lord, Kapila Muni, incarnation of Supreme Lord, took birth, appeared simply to disseminate transcendental knowledge. That the reason for arrival, advent of the Kapila Muni is to disseminate, distribute the transcendental knowledge. And then his mother became instrumental. Mother Devatas, my dear son, please can you explain how I should be happy in this material world? And Kapila Muni says, oh, you will be only happy when you connect your lost connection with the Supreme Lord. Because we are all unhappy in this world because our disassociation with the Supreme Lord, disassociation with our original father. Because of that, we are unhappy here. And what makes us to happy? You have to connect your lost relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Then you will be situated in your constitutional position. And that's where you get the happiness. Constitutional position. What is the constitution? That Jivere Swarupe Krishna Nityadas. That's constitutional position of a living entity. That's a liberation. You know, a lot of people think, oh, if I die, I get liberated. When you die, you get more problems because you get different body, different species. That's not the solution. Death is not a solution for anything. Why? Whatever karmic reactions you perform in this, it carries, you give the next body. You may get horrible body next if you are not a devotee. At least in devotees case, Krishna gives guarantee, he will give you a chance to take birth in devotee's house, etc., etc. In the 6th chapter, 25th, 26th, 27 shlokas explain. But if you die without a devotional service, at least we got a human form of the body now. After many lifetimes, we got this human form of the body. If this human form of the body is not used for the devotional service to Krishna, then you are missing one more chance. Again, you have to go to 8.4 million species, Kala Chakra. What is Shankaracharya says? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, samprapte sanniti kale, nahi rakshati. Nothing saves us in this material except devotion to Krishna. That's what Kapila Muni is explaining. Came to give the glories of the devotional. This chapter, actually, when you get a chance, read all these next, before 3-4 chapters, after these 3-4 chapters, he beautifully explains about devotional, glories of devotional service. Because we cannot cover whatever in these classes, but when you get a chance, read all these chapters, such a beautiful way of how devotional service could be carried out in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To understand that not a matter, spirit. To understand we are not the matter, we are this spirit source. No? Because to understand I am not this body, I am the soul, how that experience comes, solar experience, unless we are involved in the devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You say, Aham Brahmasmi. What do you know, Aham Brahmasmi? I am nature with a Brahman. Yes. But we are not acting at that platform. We are acting at the bodily platform. If you look at here, right? Prabhupada, I am by nature Brahman. It's not sufficient for understanding self and his activities. One must situate in the activities of the Brahman, that is Supreme Lord. Knowing of those activities explained by the Supreme Lord himself. So these instructions come from the Supreme Lord in the form of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, in the form of devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and showed us how to chant and how to become a good devotee of the Lord. Kapila Muni gave, and he gave the glories of the devotional. How glories, what is the glories of the devotional service? What you achieve by devotional service, etc. Okay, and for the propagation of this transcendental knowledge, Kapila Deva, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, gave instructions in Sankhya philosophy to his mother Devahuti. Later, another Kapila appeared who expounded atheistic Sankhya philosophy, which dealt with the 24 elements but gave no information about God. That's a different one. So, original Kapila is called Devahuti Putra Kapila. And other is called atheist Kapila. We are not interested in that one. Concerning the Kapila Deva, Shaunatushi says Kapila's Tattva Sankhyatha. Kapila is the supreme person. Therefore, he can explain the absolute truth. Why? Because absolute truth only knows the perfect religion. Nobody can give the perfect religion. Actually, only Bhagavan can know the truth position of the ultimate truth. No one else can know it. Bhagavan, Krishna, or these incarnations occasionally visit earth to give humanity information about the aim of life. Whenever we forget the purpose of the life, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir. Whenever we forget the religious principles are declining, then Krishna comes or sends his devotees to re-establish the lost relationship with the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord descends as Kapila, Tattva Sankhya. The word Sankhya means expounder, who explains. Tattva means absolute truth. Kapila Muni explained the glories of absolute truth. So many benefits of, if you read the Srimad Bhagavatam elaborately, so many benefits. Absolute truth is Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself. With absolute truth, Krishnastu etachamshav kalau pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Svayam. Indrari Vakyam Vijay Vijayanti Yuge Yuge. He comes in Yuge Yuge in different incarnation, different place. But Krishna is absolute reality, absolute truth. So we cannot understand the absolute truth of the Supreme Person by mental speculation. Prabhupada writes in the 3rd chapter, Bhagavad Gita, Shloka number 7, he writes, we have to give up mental concoction, philosophical speculations. These two things put away from bhakti. Mental concoction. You keep on concocting mentally. God could be like this, God could be like that. How Krishna has this, that. Mental concoction is not required. The information is already given, direct. Susukam kartam aviyam. Direct perception is given here. You don't have to imagine anything. Just understand Prabhupada gave direct information and practice it. And philosophical spiritual, a lot of philosophers write big books on how clouds are moving. They write a big book, useless books. Write about Krishna, talk about Krishna. That is how it should be done. And how a sattva guna, rajoguna to tamoguna, how these gunas affect on our devotional practice. When you come, right, Krishna, they talk about Krishna, how our the mode of ignorance, mode of passion would reduce when you come to devotional practice. That is a glories of devotional service performing to Krishna. And qualities of a person who comes on platform: peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, Brahmana qualities. You're all Brahmanas, you are listening to these classes, not by birth, as per Prabhupada. We're all Brahmanas by birth, not by birth, by guna karma vibhagasya, by act, guna and karma. And these are all naturally developed: purity, knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and righteousness. These are the qualities which Brahmanas work. According to Vedic conception, there must be men in society who are actually Brahmanas, capable of expounding real truth. Teachers, now we have the interest on this one. And by these devotional glories have been explained in Kali Yuga, easy process was given as what is that? Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama eva kevalam. Why? Because in Kali Yuga, our life expectancy is only 10 to the power of 2. If you go one yuga back, it's 10 to the power of 3. If you go one more, 10 to the power of 4. If you go one more, 10 to the power of 5. So one order of magnitude has been reducing our age. So these are symptoms of Kali Yuga. Prayena halpa sapya kalo asmin yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upatritaha. Sutta Goswami telling Shanaka the rishis, my dear people, people who are in Kali Yuga, they have short lives, short lives. They cannot even live 100 years properly. Even if you maintain healthy conditions, probably maybe 100. Otherwise, 70, 80, done. Why? Because of the bad habits. For that 70, 80 years, what can be done? What can be achieved? Half of the time goes for sleep, right? And one-fourth of the time goes for working and this thing. We have very minute amount of time for devotional service. Because of that reason, they came with the very, very important Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Just one Maha Mantra. One Maha Mantra is enough, sufficiently for us. Give all the glories of devotional service and go back to where you belong to. We belong to spiritual world. We are not from here. If this is our permanent house, we could be staying here. Why we keep on dying every time and again? Because we don't belong to here. We are not from here. We are aliens here, actually. We are aliens here. And we're trying to acquire everything, big houses, this, that, so that as if we are going to live thousands of years. No. One fine day, we have to be gone. Okay. So what is the because of the short-livedness? And we are manda samanda matayo. We don't remember what we have done yesterday properly. Our short memories, short ayush. That's why he said, just Harir Nama is sufficiently enough. These are all instructions from Jay. Harir Nama eva kevalam. In the age of Kali, there is no alternative, no alternative, no alternative for spiritual progress than the holy name, holy name, holy name of the Lord. This is from Brahmanaradiya Purana explained that. This process is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave it to us. Right? The process in Kali Yuga is very simple. Look at that. Kali Yuga is very simple. If you were born in Satya Yuga, you should be doing meditation for thousands of years, but still you don't get liberation. But here, very simple, simple Maha Mantra, you will get liberated. One need only chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Since everyone in this age is unintelligent, unfortunate, disturbed. We all have problems, dear devotees, including Bill Gates and Elon Musk. Everybody has a problem. It's a different problem. What are the four symptoms of Kali Yuga? Cheating propensity, committing mistakes, illusion, imperfect senses. How to overcome those things? Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, regular attendance in Srimad Bhagavatam will eliminate all these things, puts us in our transcendental position where we are belong to, our constitutional position. That is what we are hankering for. People think death is a solution for the liberation. No, more problems after death because you get different bodies after death, right? At least now you're in the human body. At least you can hear Krishna Katha. But if you go to animal body, you'll be just keep on rotating different species. Okay, but while in the human form of the body, we should learn what here Kapila Deva is instructing Mother Devahuti. Take up the devotional service to the Supreme Lord. And that puts us where you belong to, or your original position where you're supposed to be. We are originally with Krishna, because we are enemies of Krishna, we came here. Now we have to go back to the where we belong. So Krishna comes, Yada Yada Hi Dharma, whenever there is a declared religion principles. And at that page, when Mother Devahuti was there, and Kapila Deva gave, and he gave the devotional service instructions, how devotional service has to be performed. Each yuga has its yuga dharma, right? Satya Yuga is a different yuga dharma. Satya Yuga is a meditational practices. In Treta Yuga, it is a mass sacrifices. And Dwapara Yuga, elaborate deity worship. In Kali Yuga, what's the Kali Yuga? Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama, eva kevalam. Just name of Krishna. Why name of Krishna? Krishna has manifested Nama Guna Rupa Lila in the name of Krishna. You don't, Krishna name is non-different from Krishna, absolute. Absolute. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Name of Krishna is Chintamani, wish fulfilling desire tree. Krishna's name. So powerful. Nama, Guna, Rupa, Leela, everything in face. It's a microchip. Krishna's name is a microchip. Millions of circuits are there in that one. Because Hare Krishna is a divine couple. Radha Krishna couple. Divine couple is a microchip. Everything, whole creation is in there. Mahamantra. You get that benefit of Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is what Kapila Muni explaining here beautifully, telling. Okay, let me go somewhere here. Okay, yeah. So that's all. Then, whenever and wherever there is a decline religious principle or descent of Bharata, the predominant rise of religion at the time, I dissent myself. Supreme Lord himself is telling whenever there is a decline religious principles, and when religion prevails more, he will descend by himself. Some hundreds years, thousands years ago, Lord Kapila appeared as Devahiti Putra, Kapila Deva. His father name was Kardama Muni, I explained already. After Kapila Deva grew up, his father, according to the Vedic system, retired, took sannyas, left home for spiritual life. And at that time, Kapila Deva took the Mother Devavati's care. It is said Kapila Deva, Kapilas Tattva Sankhyata Bhagavan. Lord Kapila is a Bhagavan. He is also incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead of Krishna. Nowadays, Bhagavan is taken very cheaply because word is misused. If you go to India, everywhere, each gully mein ek Bhagavan, one Bhagavan is there. Amma Bhagavan, Amma Bhagavan. Everybody becomes Bhagavan. But who is a Bhagavan? Krishna is the only. Krishnastu Swayam Bhagavan. Nobody's Bhagavan. Six opulences 100%, as by Parasara Muni. Six opulences 100%. Aishvaryasya Samagra Virasya Yashasya. Who has these six qualities of Bhagavan? Otherwise, everybody becomes the Bhagavan. There is I was in the school, his last name was Bhagavan Das. Okay. So, deluded by three modes of nature, the whole world does not know me, who I am above modes and inexhaustible. That is the nature of Krishna. He is above the three modes of material nature, is inexhaustible, and very few people recognize him. Even when Lord Sri Krishna was on this planet, Duryodhana could not recognize Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whereas Vidur has recognized and Pandavas recognized him as Supreme Lord. That's why Mother Kunti came. And in the Kunti prayer, she says that when he came to Kunti Maharani asking Mama, Mosiji, I'm going back to Dwarka, she cries, why you want to go? Then he said, I am with you, but you were never happy. You all the problems. Pandavas went through so many problems. Mother Kunti says, no, 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 don't say that. You are the Supreme Lord. As long as you are with us, we will take all the problems one more time, no issues at all. Vipada Santuta Tatva Tatra Tatra Jagad Guru Apuno Bhavanam Darshar Apunar Bhava Darshanam. We can visit all those problems one more time, but you staying with is we have no problems. Okay. So, especially person is actually Brahman, spirit, soul. We are not actually the bodies. We know that we are not the body, we are the soul. Awareness of Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman is actual self-realization. We always say, I'm not this body, but we mostly act, 80% time I act on the body platform only. Saying is easy, but it has to practice. It takes time. It's not easy. Right? We have been associated with the matter for so many lifetimes, millions of lifetimes. In this one lifetime, if you want to realize I'm not this body, it takes time, it takes time. So, but we should practice. Practice makes man perfect. Okay, according to Vedic culture, one must understand that he is a Brahman, not the body. At least accept but thinking I am not this body, at least think every day 10 times. Pretension. Krishna accepts pretension as well. Very much Krishna accepts. Krishna is very, very innocent boy. Innocent, cute God. Whatever we say, he accepts as it is. That's why be careful what you say him. He's very innocent. Mother Putana came as a mother, he accepted as a mother. No negativity. And he gave her to Goloka Vrindavan. Yes, because you came as a mother, breastfeeding, I'll give you that benediction. He did not think about any negativity about Mother Putana. He's very innocent boy. We have a problem. We play games with Krishna. Oh, Krishna said, Sarvadharman Parijana really is going to do that. Okay, let me try it. Wow, wow. You go to friends and ask, oh, no, I believe my friends more than God. We come back to that understanding. Oh, I have so many friends. Everybody takes care of me. No, I don't have to worry about Krishna. They can take care. When you're on the deathbed, nobody comes. You're responsible for our own karmas, our own deeds, acts, what we perform. Only one thing, whatever Krishna Bhakti we perform, that someone comes with us. When the mind, when the gross body is cremated, when the subtle body goes mind, intelligence, false ego, there's a microchip with soul that carries all our karmas. That's again is a microchip kind of thing. All our secrets are there. Based on that, we get the next body. Our propensities, inclinations matters a lot. But if you are in the supreme devotional service, as Kapila Muni explaining here, devotional service to the Supreme Lord, nothing to be worried. Simple heart is enough. So ignoring like cats, dogs, thinking I am this body, I'm American, I'm Indian, I am Brahmachari, I'm Kshatriya, blah, blah, blah. Give up all. What is that? Sarvopadi Vinir Muktam. Give up all designation. Tatparenu, I forgot the sloka. Tatparenu, Sarvopadi Vinir Muktam. Yeah, some sloka I forgot. Give up all designations. I am a father. It's like onion layers. One onion layer, I'm a father. One layer, I am a son. One layer, I am a husband. Peel all the layers. One layer, I am a uncle. Take up all the layers. There is one more core layer we cannot peel anymore. That is Atma. That is who you are. That is your identity. That is the servant of Krishna. Okay. Understanding what spiritual identity is called dharma. What is dharma definition? Spiritual identity. Jivere Swarupai Krishna. I am the servant and servant of the servant. That is real dharma. That is a real constitutional position. Ultimate goal of dharma is enunciated by Sri Krishna himself, because dharma has come from the person who is Krishna. He said that Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanmada. Give up all, abandon all varieties of religions. Take me. He is very clear. Mam Ekam. He did not say somebody else. Mam Ekam. Me only. Then I will protect you. I will deliver you. On this earth, we have created many dharmas, Hindu dharma, Muslim dharma. Those are not dharmas. Those are the faith. Faith. Faith can be changed. Faith belongs to body, dharma belongs to soul. I'm a Hindu, Muslim, that's based on the body. I can convert into Muslim, no big deal. Ramesh becomes Rasul when they go to Dubai. Change the name, no big deal. They go to mosque and nothing. That belongs to body. Dharma belongs to soul. Okay. And again, in other words, Krishna says that who comes to the platform of devotional service? This very famous sloka 7. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapachyate vasudevam sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. How many ISKCON devotees we have all over the world out of 6 billion population? 0.0001%. Right? It's not easy. Why we take Jagannath Ratha Yatra? I was asked by so many devotees, especially African American people, okay, what is this? What is that? We're telling the Lord is coming. Okay, once an year he comes, because we could not go to God. He comes by himself to show you. Oh, that's nice. So by looking at Lord, we get Ajnata Sukriti. People get Ajnata Sukriti. That Ajnata Sukriti multiplies every lifetime, they become devotees. There's Ajnata Sukriti, Ajnata Sukriti. Known credits, unknown bias credits. But after many, many births, who actually understand surrender to me, it's not easy to surrender to Krishna. You're all great Mahatmas. We are sitting and listening these classes. You might have done Ashwamedha Yagas in your previous lifetimes. That then only became devotees. They are able to hear Krishna Katha. Otherwise, if you go and talk 10 people, nobody comes here. Speculates, mental concoction, philosophical speculation. Why Krishna has, first question, why Krishna has that many wives? That's the first question. Fool, you can't maintain one wife properly. Why are you pushing that question? That's the first question comes. Krishna conscious movement is for the propagation of this message. right? What is the Krishna movement is propagation of Bhagavad Dharma. There's Kaitava Dharma, Bhagavad Dharma. Kaitava Dharma is Dharma the Kama Moksha as per the Vedas Karma Kanda section. Bhagavad Dharma is based on Jivere Swarupa, Krishna and Nitya. We are not reaching a particular sectarian religion. Prabhupada said that. Dharmas to Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam. Prabhupada said that. We are not here to convert Hindu to Muslim, Muslim to Indian. We are here to make Muslim better Muslim, make Christian better Christian, make Hindu better Hindu. Because everybody is a love of God. That is the purpose, not the religion. Sorry, not the faith, the religion. Everybody. Everybody has a blood in their bodies. That everybody gets sick. Birth, death, old age, disease. It's not Christians doesn't get this one. And everybody, all living entities get these things. That is the solution we are looking for. How to solve main problems: birth, death, old age, and disease. So Prabhupada gives example of how gold gives gold is gold. It could be if you Muslim has that, it's called gold. Hindu has gold is called gold. Christian has a gold. Gold is gold. The same way, the dharma religion doesn't varies from religion to from faith to faith. And Krishna, God, presently there is a different God on every street, but Krishna is not that kind of God. He is a supreme God. Etacham Shogalopumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Bhagavatam explains. And Bhagavad Gita also Krishna himself says, because chapter 7 to 12 he talks about himself. Matta paratandam nanyanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mayi sarvam idam proktam sutri maniganaiva. It's a very nice shloka. O conqueror of wealth, Arjuna, Dhananjaya means Arjuna. There is no truth superior to me. The absolute truth. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So a beautiful way. We have a Tulsi Mala, pearls. If one pearl is taken from the Tulsi Mala, it has no value. When the Tulsi beads are in the Mala, it has a value. They look so beautiful. But when you take out, no value. Same way, when you devotional service to Krishna, we are one of the pearls in his thread. But when you act independent of Krishna, taken out, we have no value. As Prabhupada gives example of the body. Hand has no value, it is separated from the body. Legs have no value, but altogether body has a meaning. Same thing here. The purpose of Krishna movement is inform everyone that no one is superior to Krishna, God. Because many young Americans, Europeans, Prabhupada just how they have taken up Krishna consciousness. Because Prabhupada was failed in India, nobody was able to take up Krishna consciousness. When Prabhupada came to America and here he made all white devotees, then he went back, then everybody started, then everybody took up Krishna consciousness. And they have taken information of seriously. Americans, Russians, they became devotees. Seriously, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Either one touches fire blindly or knowingly, fire will burn. Either you can take Krishna as it is. Doesn't matter Hindu, Muslim, everybody gets the bhakti of Krishna. Consequently. Okay. So then Acharya Upasana, the information, Krishna Bhagavan is not concocted, but it is actually by the Acharyas in the disciplic succession. This is very important for us to follow Acharya Upasana. The information or the knowledge coming from the disciplic succession is called Aroha Pantha. Yeah, Aroha Pantha, coming from top to down. Conduits of the mercy comes from the up to down, and that mercy flows down. So we are the mercy seekers of that, from the Vaishnava Acharyas, disciplic succession. We know that Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nambatkar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all this, we are following their footsteps. But there's one called Vasudeva Pada, following the footsteps of the previous Acharyas. They will accept Krishna as a supreme, just as Arjuna said. Arjuna also said that. What is that when he see Vishwarupa from Arjuna, Pavitram Padamuttamam, no. All the rishis declared the God, please come back to your Narayana form. I'm not able to see you this gigantic, horrible form. Please come as a Shyam Sundara, beautiful form, Krishna. So Prabhupada explains, just as a fire is situated in one place but spreads illumination all around, the Supreme Lord, God, Parabrahman spreads energy throughout the universe. A lot of people ask, can you show me Krishna? Can you show me Krishna? You can show two different ways, through the Prakriti, to the nature. Anything beautiful you see, remember Krishna. By his energies are acting on that one. Nothing in this material world acts without Krishna's energy, because this everything is a dull matter. When Krishna glances over the material nature, duck, 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 vision starts. If Krishna doesn't glance over, nothing starts here. A small grass ant cannot move without his permission. Of course, our free will also acts, but usually that's how it is. Right? Same way, the young devotees in the Krishna conscious movement are presently worshipping Krishna. We are the signs of a devotee. Okay, what are the signs of a devotee? The actual sign of a devotee is that he is no longer interested in the material enjoyment. Bhakti pareshanubhavo viraktir anyatra sa. So that is how pure devotees, usually, we don't, I mean, usually, like, they don't waste time. Money is Krishna for them. They're always chanting or doing or work, they don't waste time watching movies, this, that, etc. Right? That is the sign of, actual sign of a devotee is that he no longer interested in material enjoyment. That means that anything which is not connected to Krishna is a material enjoyment. That we put that way. The disciples of this Krishna conscious movement do not go to cinemas, restaurants, blah, blah, blah. We don't have time. We don't have time to attend programs. We have been last Saturday, Sunday was the busiest schedule, right? We don't have time to attend programs. What to speak of going to cinemas? That's busy. We are very happy that one, because that's what we want to be engaged in Krishna consciousness all the time, 24/7. Okay. And in European, American countries, all these things are available for very cheap, but these young people are not interested in them. We're talking about people who take up the Krishna consciousness from the different countries. They're simply interested in sitting on the floor and learning about Krishna consciousness. So that is the Prabhupada explanation is that how a devotional habits is inculcated, and we always connected to Krishna with the association of the devotees, and that is real bhakti. That is what Kapila Deva is explaining to Devahuti. Glories Shravanam Kirtanam. Prahlad Maharaj did same thing. Shravanam Kirtanam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmani Vedanam. Now with the Bhakti, the Supreme Lord Krishna. That is the glories. See, in this world, what is the what is the thing what we want to achieve? We want to achieve Krishna Prema. Ultimately, it's love of God. That is our intention of love of God. That may come this lifetime, it may take our lifetime, but we are on the path. We're on the path. Love of God. That is the ultimate goal of the life. How to achieve that? The devotional service is the one. Okay, this is a huge lesson, but I just wanted to. Kapila Deva is an incarnation of the Supreme Person, Krishna. Therefore, it is stated, Kapilas Tattva Sankhyata Bhagavan Atma Maya. The word Maya means not an illusion, but also affection and energy. Atma Maya means Krishna comes to this material world by his own wish, by his own internal potency. Whereas we are driven by karma, but Krishna is not like that. He can choose which parents I want to take a birth. If you were given a chance, we select maybe Bill Gates or Elon Musk. I want my parents. I don't have to worry for money. But Krishna is not like that. We were driven by karma, purely karma. What's happening in our life even now is because of our karmic reactions accumulated from life after life. But that's okay. As long as knowledge is there, we know how to rectify it. What is Rupa Goswami Prabhupada says? Aprarabdam phalam papam bijam putam phalonmukam karmaniya phaliyate Vishnu bhakti pratatmanam. The moment you take up the Krishna's glories, all your karmas go away, my dear devotees. Nothing to be worried. You will be free of all your karma balance. Right? You don't have to worry about it. Aprarabdam phalam papam bijam kutam. From kutam it will be removed. Aprarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma is manifest anyway, but aprarabdha karma, Based upon the intensity of the karma, that can be reduced. The intensity will be reduced. Some of them are nullified by Krishna. Right? When Krishna comes, all his energies also come. Not that he is forced to come. Krishna is not forced to come. He comes with his own sweet will. Right? We have to accept certain type of word because we are forced to do so. Because our karma acts, we are forced to, for example, we are forced to accept certain body because of our karmic reactions. We have no choice but to accept. But Krishna, Atma Maya, by internal potency, sweet will, he can choose place, time, circumstances, whereas he can choose and manifest there. That is how Krishna's is. Okay? Probably, presently I may have a human form, but in the future I cannot demand human form. We cannot demand. You live in our karma. Right? We receive bodies in the next life according to karma, not our will. Our will doesn't work at all. Our free will only works in this life as a human form of the life to perform devotional service to Krishna. Use that free will that way. If you misuse your free will, you're gone. That's it. The free will. I think we have only 5%, 2%, 3% free will. That free will is the cause for our bondage into this material world. That's what I explained Kapila Muni here, Mother. What is the reason for coming back? Bandhan hai. Attachment. That is again karma, basically. I want this one, that one. An iota of desire in our brain, iota of desire at the time of death. Yam vapi smaran bhavam tadyevante kalevaram. What our consciousness we develop at the time of death, we get that type of word. Each chapter explains so beautiful in Bhagavad Gita. Antakale chamameka smaran mukpa kalevaram. Remember that name of Krishna at the time of death. It's easy to say. How to remember Krishna. Right? But developing the consciousness of the body, yam yapi smaran bhavam, tyajevante kalevaram, that body. What we have now today is the resultant effect of all our previous mindset, etc. We have this mindset now, previously. The future you want to develop good association with the devotees, proper devotional service to Krishna. For association, this would, at least we develop that consciousness, and that consciousness carry to next life, you which cannot go back to Godhead. So that is the beauty of devotional service. Everything is, we all have a bank called Eternal Bank, like a Bank of America, PNC Bank, eternal account. That account cannot be eradicated even if we change the bodies. Everything is written in that account, what we are doing. Balance sheet end of the day. How many points you have? Okay, that's maintained. Chitragupta. Chitragupta, I don't remember. Yamaraja's secretary, he maintains everything. Be very careful. Okay, so I can, and again, Krishna talks about, how like easy, how tough it is to stay in Krishna's abode. Manushanam Sahasra, like out of thousands of among men, one may endeavor perfection, and one who those have achieved perfection hardly knows me in truth. And I'm just giving an example. How many ISKCON devotees we are accepting Krishna as a supreme compared to 7-8 billion population. So understanding Krishna is therefore not so easy, as stated by Krishna himself. Out of many, many thousands, one person may become Siddha, a self-realized being, and out of many Siddhas, one may be able to understand Krishna. It is our great fortune that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Krishna himself appeared here, giving the process how to surrender to the Supreme Lord. So here, this is my famous favorite shloka. Krishna explains how to develop bhakti, starting from hearing. Shabda Praman is a very potent. Srunutam Sakata Krishna, Punya Savana Kirtanam, Hrudayantasyo hi abhadrani, Vidhanoti Srutsvatam. Hearing is the most authentic and potent process. Shrinutam Sakata Krishna, Punya Sravana Kirtanam. If you look at here, right? Sri Krishna Prasanna, who is Paramatma in everyone's heart, and therefore benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who developed the urge to hear messages. Okay, so Srimad Katha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanam Hrudayantasyo hi abhadrani. means Hrudi means heart, has Abhadrani, lot of desires we have. Of course, every we have lot of unwanted desires we have, another nivritti process. And that takes time. And it's very tough to get rid of those. I'm giving class, it's not I'm a Paramahamsa. I have similar, all of you, like we are all in the same boat. Lot of unwanted desires. Right? But how to clean that? Shinvitham, hearing, chant and hear, hearing Krishna Katha, Krishna Katha, continuously pumping. The moment you do that, Krishna puts a big uh, vacuum cleaner in the heart. You can say Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. He puts vacuum cleaner. It is cleaning our heart. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. My vacuum cleaner starts in our heart, cleans our heart. Shetodarpana Marjana Mahaprabhu says beautifully, cleaning the heart. Because this heart has accumulated dust from so many lifetimes, not only this, millions of lifetimes we have taken. All that accumulated in this heart. That's why people say Namaruchi, Namaruchi. Namaruchi doesn't come that easily. Why Namaruchi doesn't come? We are so impious, so what you call impious that Krishna is so pure. Do you think the Namaruchi comes so easily? We have so many malinas in our tongue and in our karmas and all this. I don't feel, they come to 3 months, 2 months. I don't feel desire for chanting. Why do you feel desire for chanting? Do you think Krishna is so easy to get? Clean up all the hurt first. That is the devotional services. Okay. So if we hear about Krishna, we become purified. That's it. Prabhupada beautifully. Always Prabhupada ends 2 to 3 sentences because I read almost every day, Srimad Bhagavatam, etc. Back home, back to Godhead. Write on your office, back home, back to Godhead. And Prabhupada says one is who is the greatest yogi? A Krishna, purely Krishna conscious person is the greatest yogi. And he says, if we hear about Krishna, we become purified. Hearing about Krishna means associating with Krishna. In this way, we may perfect our lives. Krishna doesn't mean only deity is Krishna is Krishna. Krishna, deity is Krishna. Krishna, devotees are Krishna. Krishna Prasadam is Krishna. Krishna's temple is Krishna. We have to develop that. Krishna means associating the Krishna. Everything is Krishna. This way, we perfect our life. So these are the instructions, some of them. So I recommend everyone read, because I read all these chapters. If you go back in this, I'll just point out. This is a beautiful, beautiful third canto. If you look at conversation between Maitreya and Vidura, between Manu and Kardama, marriage of Kardama Muni and Muni, Devahuti, the Devahuti lamentation. That is where it starts lamentation when Kardama Muni goes to forest. He creates a big, big palaces for her to be enjoyed, but she is not happy end of the day. Then she takes the instructions from her own son, Kapila Deva. See, the Devahuti lamentation, the renunciation of Kardama. Kardama goes to forest. The glories of devotion. So this is where Prabhupada started this book from. Glories. Fundamental material nature. Such a beautiful, beautiful lessons. These actually you get tears in when the Prabhupada explains in purports these chapters. Such a beautiful, beautiful book. So anyway in the classes we cannot cover because we have limited time, but at least pointing these pointers and take advantage. Okay. I'm sorry I went over the time. It's a lot to cover. I really apologize for that one. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any reflections or any questions?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम। हरि बोल प्रभु।
Hare Pur Ashish Prabhu ki jai.
हरि बोल प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम to everyone. So Prabhu, question is that yes, so this third canto, these chapters, as very beautifully already you mentioned, yes, and not only that spiritual knowledge, but even the pure science I think that science cannot touch also right now the practical science, physical science, physics, chemistry, biology also here, right? You can see that how the human birth is progressed one by one. It's clearly mentioned here, right, Prabhu?
Absolutely.
So Prabhu, I think that it is not only the spiritual sense is there, or along with the our physical science, biological science, everything we can get from this conversation,
Absolutely.
Prabhu.
Absolutely. See, you got a good point. This physical science, everything based on the matter.
Yes,
Everything based on the matter.
yes,
That's a problem. I mean, it's not wrong, understand the matter. But the ultimate goal of matter understand is to know the spirit. That is missing. That's the problem.
yes. And also, Prabhu, you have mentioned here this atomic time also, right?
But
Atomic time.
yeah,
Atomic time also mentioned the relative time, everything mentioned.
everything is a matter material. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So and apart from that devotional service, beautifully Bhagwan Kapila they mention it. Another question I have, Prabhu, to you. So Kapila Dev is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the Saktavesh avatar, or what avatar he is?
I I think I don't know with Satya Vishal. I think he's a probably hold on, not Gunavatar or maybe I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe Satya Vishal could be even our Prutu Maharaj is Satya Avatar, right? So he could be Satya Vishal. I don't know the details. He could be Satya Vaishnav. Because we have
Yes. So
Gulila avatars, Guna avatars, Manvantara avatars, Leela
yes, yes,
avatars. So yeah.
yes. So
I need
so
to look into that when I let you know.
no, no problem, Prabhu, no problem. That's okay. But my question is, Saktavesh avatar is the. I thought that I heard that from the other exalted Vaishnavas also that uh, Supreme Personality gave some power, not the
Correct.
power,
Correct.
a power to the particular soul, right?
Correct.
Is
Prabhupada
it?
is Satya Vaishnav avatar. Or Prabhupada
Okay,
is Satya Vaishnav avatar. Yeah.
okay. But
Yes.
Saktavesh avatar's body is not the Satchitanand Prabhu?
See, we are talking about avatar. See, Prabhupada, see, the body, they come in some body to fulfill the mission of that one. The body, no big deal. But the Satyavish avatar, we're talking about soul level, right? This is Satyavish avatar.
Oh,
The
okay, okay,
Prabhupada
okay.
is, I think, he is a Senapati in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, etc., etc. We heard about those details, right? So they take
Okay.
some, they have to come from some physical body to propagate the mission of Lord's Chaitanya's, right? So that's how we can.
Okay, Babu, Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah.
Sorry, Babu, I'm asking maybe the dumb
No, no,
question.
no. That's okay. Even if I don't know, I'll do homework and get back to you. It's not doesn't mean that I should know everything, right? As long
Dandavat
as
Pranam.
we're all learning together here.
Yes, Babu,
Yeah,
Dandavat Pranam.
no problem. Anybody else would like to have any reflections?
Hare
And
Krishna.
adding some thought, maybe I might have said something not correct. Please correct me. I have no problem because that's how you learn it.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandot Pranam. All those Prabhupada. Very nicely explained, Prabhuji. This is really important for us Grihastha, right? Because Dehuti Mata also, she enjoyed like her Grihastha life, 9 daughters, and 10th was Kapil Muni, right? But still she was not satisfied. And then she accepted her own son as the guru and asking the questions. So very, very important for us also in our life to understand each what he is trying to tell Mother Devhuti.
Yeah,
Same thing is going on in our Srimad Bhagavatam also, right? In early morning class, Srimad
yeah. I
Bhagavatam.
have 5:45 to 6:25. About 20 people join.
Yeah, so very nice. And just wanted to mention about that you were talking about Chitragupta. So his name was Chitragupta because in Katha, Chitra means picture and Gupta means secretly. Because all these 13 cameras, they are taking the picture of us continuously. Lal Katha, he mentioned that like sun, moon, air, fire, water, everything is taking our picture and we don't know how when we go there and they ask. you did this scene and all these things. They we no, we didn't do this. And they say, okay, we'll show your recording and we can
You see, we think we are doing everything secretly, right? In the room, the four directions are the sakshi. Okay,
yeah,
and when you do daytime, sun is the sakshi. There is
yeah,
nothing you can hide.
very true. But
This,
people are
if you go to room, there are directions, right? North, east, west. They are the sakshi.
everywhere. And people are so like we are so dumb. Like we think, oh, we are hiding from people, but
Absolutely.
where
Absolutely.
to hide from
They,
people?
they cannot hide anywhere. Everywhere Krishna has made arrangements for us.
Uh, very nice chapter, Prabhuji,
Thank you.
and you explained so nicely. Thank you so much. Haribol.
Very good. Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Hare Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Can you explain a little bit between the two Sankhya philosophy?
I don't know. Other Sankhya philosophy basically leads with only materialism, Mataji. Other Kapila. And this our
They don't believe in
Kapila.
a God. They don't
Huh?
believe in God. They
Yeah,
don't believe
something
in
like that.
God.
It's purely material. Yeah, absolutely. This Sankhya philosophy, see, usually what happens is that the absolute reality can be perceived in two different ways. One is direct perception. Krishna is already accepted. But certain people, even I gave the quote of Sri Bhagavad Gita, that when Bhagavad Gita, first 6 chapters is enough. Okay. And then 7 to 12 can be practiced. What happens is that chapter 13 to 18 is basically a matter and consciousness, how they interact, and how through the material nature, how we can perceive the supreme absolute truth, the material nature. The Prabhupada says less intelligent people, I would say. I mean, of course, I'm less intelligent as well. So less intelligent people, if you tell Supreme Lord Krishna, they don't accept it. Should show the nature. Hey, this nature is like a Krishna's body. All the trees are just on the hair of Krishna. All these mountains are bones of Krishna. Slowly, you give that knowledge. They start accepting. Again, slowly. After some time, they accept the real Krishna. They don't accept in the beginning. Through material nature, for example, there are nice garden flowers are there. See how Krishna's energy is acting. So they connect Krishna to the material nature. Okay. And that's what here Kadamuni also giving Sankhya philosophy. Okay, this is happening because of this reason, this. But ultimate reason of all these things is spirituality. So he's bringing that way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
No.
Haribol Prabhu, another question I have, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu.
Sure.
Sure, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. So, Prabhu, we already discussed, exalted Vaishnava also discussed about that. Every yuga has the various process,
Dharma,
right?
Yuga Dharma.
Yuga Dharma, various process. My question is that just Kali Yuga, there's too much disturbances, and that's why the process is simple. Only that Harin Nama, Kevala, Hare Krishna, Krishna
See,
Krishna, Hare
before coming Kali Yuga, all the Naimisharanya rishis had a big conference. They met in the Naimisharanya. They had a huge conference going on. 60,000 sages assembled there. Kali Yuga is coming. And what are the symptoms of Kali Yuga? Prayena halpayusha sabhya kalo vasmin yuge jana manda samanda matayo manda bhagya hi bupatritaha. Kali Yuga is fully fallen. People have what you call, no long memories. They cannot live, short-lived, etc. For those people to ask them to do meditation, are we going to meditation? No, it doesn't work in Kali Yuga. That's why they said just Harir Nama, Harir Nama eva kevalam. That's enough for them because they don't have proper bodies. They cannot live long time. Their memories are very short. They are hypocrites, etc. All this in Kali Yuga. Symptoms of Kali Yuga: cheating propensity, imperfect senses, illusion, committing mistakes. All these things for them. See, this is actually greatest opportunity for us. Just by chanting glories, you can go back to Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
How fortunate we are.
Yes, that is
Nothing
true.
else you have to do.
Yes, Prabhu, that is totally true. my question is, the previous yuga, the any soul wants to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, will they get the liberation that yuga?
No, yoga has a dharma. That yoga comes with dharma. In the previous Dwapara Yuga,
Yeah.
elaborate deity worship was a dharma. So
Okay.
whatever meant for that yoga, that has to be performed.
Oh, okay.
That is also devotional service, because see, you are ultimately devotional service. For example, we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. What does it mean? We are connecting with Krishna, correct?
Yes.
And they're doing what deity worship. They're connecting to Krishna in a different way. And sacrifices, they're connecting to Krishna. Meditational, they're connecting to Krishna, but different processes.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Prabhu. Hari.
Ultimately, Supreme Lord is glorified.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Thank. Very, very nicely described, Prabhu. Described, Prabhu. Hari bol, Prabhu. Hari bol. Dandavat, Prabhu.
Any more reflections?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Guru Shishra Prabhupada.
Vajra Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So the Yuga Dharma in Kali Yuga Dharma is Harinam Sankirtan, right? So but in this Kali Yuga, people are doing deity worship and yajnas and all those things. So what would be the result for them? Like, do they get any benefit or no benefit?
Okay. So I didn't understand question clearly. So can you repeat question again?
So the Kali Yuga Dharma is Harinam Sankirtan, right? So
Yes.
this is the Kali Yuga Dharma. But in India and everywhere, right, and they're doing like deity worship, and there's some people are doing yajnas and homas and all these things, right? So for those people who are not doing Harinam Sankirtan and doing some other things, what would be the benefit they get?
Okay. So I'll just give, like, it takes 2-3 minutes time. Okay. So I'll tell you for example, we take our examples. We came to Krishna Bhakti in this lifetime, correct? Okay. So
Yes.
every person has their own time to come to Krishna consciousness. We may say, why I was not Krishna Bhakta since my childhood, where our kids are Krishna Bhakta since childhood, correct?
Right.
So every person has their own time to come to Krishna Bhakti. For example, I'll give this example in the classes. For example, assume some Shiva Bhakta is there. I'm just giving hypothetical situation here. Shiva Bhakta is there. He's a Bhakti. He's praying to Shiva so sincerely. If you worship any demigod sincerely, they will send to their master Krishna. Okay? And people who are doing the demigod worship, that's what you're referring, right? Demigod worship?
Yeah.
Yeah, demigod worship, they will get their chance to come to Krishna consciousness. Maybe this life. It's a journey of the soul, Vajrana Prabhuji. Journey of the soul. The soul started journey. It may take several lifetimes to come to Krishna Bhakti. That's what this shloka, right? Bahunam janmanamante, jnanavan mam prapachyate, vasudevam sarvamiti, samahatma sudarlabha. Look at this one. Bahunam janmanamante. After taking many lifetimes, one comes to Krishna Bhakti. We might have taken millions of lifetimes. We are Shiva Bhaktas, Krishna, Durga Bhaktas, these all the Bhaktas, and we acquired some prize credits. Somehow we made it to Krishna consciousness in this lifetime. Okay, people who are doing that, they will get their chance after several lifetimes.
Thank you.
That makes sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Even Prabhu in Christianity, Christian also doing that, and Muslim also doing that. They also coming like this way,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Okay.
Actually, real Christians, they don't eat meat. Because all these faltu, all, real Quran is such a precious book. They modified everything according to their whims.
Yes,
Because
Prabhu.
Jesus Christ he said, my Father is in the heaven. He's in Vastalyabha with Krishna. And Muhammad said that my friend is in heaven. He is in the Sakyabha with Krishna. They are the pure devotees. That's what Prabhupada said. We are not here to convert any religion because there is a faith. Faith belongs to body, religion belongs to soul. All religions have same love of God. Everybody dies. Death, birth, death, old age, disease. 4 common problems everywhere. Doesn't matter Hindu, Muslim, Christian. That is what we have to solve it.
Yes, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Prabhuji, may I ask you one more question which is not related to this topic?
About job?
No, Prabhu.
No,
This
just
is
kidding. Go
about
ahead. Go ahead.
Parshurama Avatara, right? So, what was Parshurama Avatara for, and what did he do?
Prabhuji, if you ask that one, I don't have much knowledge about that one, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay, Simeshwar Prabhu is there. Or we can conclude.
Yeah, thank you,
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, how you are there.
Thank you so much. Thank you for a wonderful class. Yes, this is the beginning chapter, basically the foreword and the advent of Kapila Dev. The purpose of the advent of the Kapila Dev is explained well. So in order to teach the Bhakti Marg, so it's very, there are a lot of sections. We can see that throughout this book. So we'll take one by one, and today was just beginning. So we'll progress much well in, when we go further throughout the chapters. And please join every day. This is a very, very powerful teachings, very, very powerful section by Kapila Dev, the Supreme Lord himself. So thank you so much, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu, explaining nicely. Anything else? Any other comments? Any questions?
Hare Krishna,
concerns?
Prabhu. This is Subal Das.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, there's one question. Prabhuji asked about Parshuram, right?
Right.
Yeah, in my limited knowledge, according to what I know, the earth had become very corrupt because of the corrupt kings. So all the Kshatriyas had become very corrupt. So they had to be eliminated. That's why Parshuram he took the form of, he destroyed all the Kshatriyas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
Thank
was.
But there's a
So
mention of
I'm sure
21.
Prabhu can answer better.
Sorry, Prabhuji. There was a mention of 21 generations or 21 times. That
21 generations of
21 generations. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, thank you.
Parshuram is basically a Shakti Avesh avatar of the Lord. Sometimes also considered as Leela avatars, but mainly and prominently is Shakti Avesh, empowered. So same purpose, that to annihilate the miscreants and to save the pious. We know that the many stories like Kartavira Arjunan and even lots of kings, Kshatriya kings, they were completely went away from all the dharma, all the religion, and they were even started to persecute the Brahmanas, and they couldn't even do their dharmas, yagas, homas. And even Parshuram was very much victim of the Kshatriya king Kartavira Arjuna, that even abducted his own mother, Parshuram's mother. So he appeared for that purpose and killed many times. And then all these Brahmanas, because of the Kshatriyas, persecution, Brahmanas moved from there to the south and all. That's where, the Kerala and all, the land of Brahmanas is mentioned. And also because of Parashurama's wrath, most of the kings were moved out from the country. That's where the Yavanas, they were originally the, Muslims basically originally from the India. They moved to the Egypt or what is that? Many other places because of the wrath of Parshuram. So he completely kind of cleaned these adharmic kings of, they were misusing their power. So even though Parshuram was born in a Brahmana, Jamadagni, the sage Jamadagni, Mother Renuka, was the father and mother. The same purpose. And then what happened when that was before Lord Ram? Then Lord Ram appeared. Then that's the time Lord Ramachandra Bhagavan and met with Parshuram. And that's the time Parshuram transferred all the kalas. It was mentioned that Parshuram had around 16 kalas transferred to Lord Ram and went for the tapas. And it is mentioned that still Lord Parshuram is still there, still on the meditation and looking after. Yeah, that's the Shakti Avish Avatar mainly.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
No problem.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, in this connection, Prabhu, just I'll forget maybe, that's why you're asking. Just I'll take the another 1 and 2 minutes, Prabhu. So, Shimeshwar Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. So, in this connection, for Parashuram already finished that. Gave the, whipped out the Kshatriya from this our land in India, and they went to the west, right? Also, I think that
they went to the different places. Yes,
different.
Yeah, different places, and Yavanas.
I think that what about the Roman
Romans,
and
yes.
Greeks also?
Greeks, yes. Greeks had another name. They were all originally Indian kings, and they just ran out of fear of Lord Parshuram.
Okay.
Yeah. So earlier, what happened? Actually, it was not like just an India, right? It was Bharatavarsha, means it was, vast land of even Mediterranean, even Middle East. When you know that when Yudhishthira Maharaj was ruling Middle East, they were giving taxes to Yudhishthira Maharaj. When Yudhishthira Maharaj did the Ashwamedha Yaga, they went to all these various places and they defeated all of them. And they were then given taxes to the Yudhishthira Maharaj from various places. Yeah, so many years. They were all went out. So, I mean, historians may say so many things, they say, oh, different places to India, but in reality, they were all basically the kings or from the land of Bharat. And then, by the fear of Shiram, they went to different places. And by the fear of the Kshatriyas, even sages went to various places. This was actually happened as per our scripture.
Yes, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. So, but Russian also like that, Prabhu? Russian?
I mean, yes. I mean, we have, that, Indradhamna Maharaj, I was reading this book, Indradhamna Maharaj, the traveling monk, the diary. Maharaj was mentioning that we know that the word commune, the word actually come from India because of all those days people used to live together in together groups. The actual word is known as, for them it is commune. Similarly, the people moved from India to various places due to different situations. They started to develop, and originally these words manifested from there. And that's what it is called, the commune. And also Caspian, the Caspian Ocean is word came from the sage Kashyapa, right? The Kashyapa. And then before that, even there's a place where the Russians earlier with different places, they were worshipping the Kishan, they had a beautiful deity called Kishan, and it was originally Krishna. Okay, it was originally Krishna. Hare Krishna, are you listening?
I can hear you, Prabhu.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
I can hear you.
Hear me?
I can hear you, Prabhu. I can hear you.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So what exactly? So the Caspian, they were worshipping the deity of Krishna, Lord Krishna. And then there are so many places where that all this wonderful worship and the traditions of India Maharaj could find in the Russia. Like that, many places in the Europe. Still, Maharaj was mentioning there is a temple of Blue Boy. Still, it is there. People used to go there and worship. And we know that it is mentioned that the Taj Mahal, sorry, the what is that? The Makkah and Medina, the temple was originally, it is worshipped. The Shiva temple, they worship the sun god and so many things. And see, that's a tradition, that Vedic traditions were there in pretty much all over the places. From Bharatavarsha to various places, and still a tract of those evidences are still there when they travel around the world. So that still it is. Indonesia, that even the story of Ramayana and the airport, even, there are different parks and the airport, and it's all kind of named after the various characters of, Ramayana, Sugriv, Bali, Jadayu, Hanuman. These are actually, it is now.
Your voice is breaking, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, you cannot hear Prabhuji.
Are you able to hear me? Sorry.
Your voice was breaking, and now
There is some connection. Seems like. 1 minute. Let me to my computer. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare, you will hear me?
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
yes. Hare.
You can.
So what I was saying, till what point you heard?
Bali in
Yeah,
Indonesia.
Indonesia, Bali. They have currency also. In their not currency, they have Ganesh and Lakshmi, various currencies. Still, they follow all those things. And even in Europe, various places, even the swastik of the Hitler took those signs. Is all the various other signs of the Vedic traditions. So it's quite clear that it is moved out from the India, and in various reasons that we can see.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, that is for sure, because Hitler used the swastika.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And Blue Temple, where is that, Prabhu?
Blue Boy, the Blue Temple. I forgot that. I think it's in Argentina or Denmark or somewhere like that. I forgot the name or exactly. Still, that temple is there. The Blue Boy.
Okay.
I'll find out. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Dhanyavad.
Okay. Anybody else before we conclude? Okay. Thank you, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu, for a wonderful class. So as mentioned, please continue to join, and tomorrow will be the second chapter of this teachings of Lord Kapila Dev. It's a beautiful section. And please join. And anything else?
Prabhuji, this Saturday, any festival is there in the temple in the evening?
Saturday, there is no festival.
Okay. But Netron Milan happens on Saturday, or?
Still have to find out what exactly the plan. That's basically, yes. One thing is happening is Gundija Marjana is happening on Saturday in the temple.
Okay.
Jagannath is coming back to the altar, right, Prabhu?
Yeah,
On
that is Saturday. I think Saturday night or evening. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So that is there, and also Gundija Marjana is also there on the temple. And Sunday is Radha Yatra. Sunday is Jagannath. Yeah, is the actual day Radha Yatra, Jagannath Puri Radha Yatra. So starting Sunday, yes, Sunday 4 to 5 Kirtan and 5 to 5:30 Guru Tulasi Puja, Guru Puja, then spiritual discourse, 6 o'clock Gaura Arati, 6:30 onwards Radha Yatra. So, but we are going to allow people, those who are coming before 5 will get parking inside. Any cars comes after 5, probably we need to have some spaces inside the parking lot.
Oh, the Rath Yatra.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so let's conclude then today's class. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhubhyev cha padidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavvrinda ki jai. Nira Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananda Kodi Vaishnavvrinda ki jai. Gaura Premanande.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hare
Krishna. Thank you, Govardhan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.